gates are shut. Handler about to come out of stall number 6. All set. Louis Trez upset in stall 8. And they're off. Over the straight 6 furlongs for the Ffos Las local bookmakers handicap. Zeus Baby came out very crookedly. Fortunately, Red Bravo missed it and there was no contact made. K Syrah stand side leads them through the first furlong, pursued by Bama Lama. The grey Kyber Crystal is close up. To the right of the group, Coffee Means Coffee is handy along with Boar Hunt. Louis Trez is chasing the speed along with Zeus Baby. Uno Grande driven along in the last quartet, outpaced along with Mind That Ship. They're racing either side of Diamonds in the Sand, and Red Bravo is still towards the rear. Heading down towards the halfway stage, it's K Syrah from Bama Lama with just over a quarter of a mile to go. Coffee Means Coffee in green and white, poised to challenge in the centre. Louis Trez moving into 4th alongside Boar Hunt as the lead changes hands with a furlong and a half to go. Coffee Means Coffee now goes on to Bama Lama. Louis Trez coming after the new leader. Diamonds in the Sand is staying on behind Boar Hunt. Louis Trez now moving through to mount a challenge on Coffee Means Coffee, well inside the final furlong. Diamonds in the Sand, the finisher stand side. Coffee Means Coffee, Diamonds in the Sand, tight between the two. Louis Trez home in 3rd, then Boar Hunt, and Red Bravo kept on from the rear to be nearest at the finish. The race, and they're off. Racing over the straight 6 furlongs for the Ken Howells Cymru Bet Nursery handicap, which saw Coppel Don miss the break entirely. Without Floor jumped out at the head of affairs, with Heart's Pocket Rocket for company. Aspire to Glory showing early dash. Charlie Mason well positioned nearest the stands rails. Big Brown Bear chases the leaders along with Line of Fire. Then reading back to the last quartet, comprising of Go Your Own Way, Search and Ten Yatta, who's been bustled along stand side, and Coppel Don continues to race in the rear. Heading through the halfway stage, Without Floor from Aspire to Glory, then follows Heart's Pocket Rocket losing ground quickly. Big Brown Bear goes off in pursuit. Coppel Don making headway down the centre. Search switched right down the centre, trying to pick up. They're inside the 2. Without Floor bidding to make all is the leader. Big Brown Bear has gone second but has more than 2 lengths to find. Charlie Mason, Line of Fire, Aspire to Glory follow. It's Without Floor still maintaining a 3-length advantage on Big Brown Bear. Charlie Mason and Line of Fire running up towards the line. Without Floor's made all of the running and goes on to win it well. Big Brown Bear followed him in, then Charlie Mason, Line of Fire, clear of a never nearer Search. And off. Over a mile and a half for the Christian Holland Keith Davis Maiden Filly Stakes. Caravanserai dwelt a fraction, but she's soon overtaken Lady of Nepal as they settle down and work their way out of the chute. There's little to choose between. Look Like We Made It on the outside of Art de Vive. Lady Boba settles in 3rd. And then Lady of Nepal and Caravanserai as they work their way to the end of the first quarter of a mile. Art de Vive setting very sedate fractions, leading Look Like We Made It, Lady Boba, Caravanserai and Lady of Nepal as they work their way steadily down the back straight, with the field covered by about 3.5 lengths, and Art de Vive dictating terms. Look Like We Made It sits on the leaders' quarters. Lady Boba a close 3rd, then Caravanserai just shading Lady of Nepal as they continue their journey down the back. They're approaching the final 7 furlongs. Art de Vive lobbing along in front with ears pricked. Look Like We Made It having no difficulty sitting second at present. Lady Boba in the slipstream of the leader, then Caravanserai as they bear left-handed out of the back, and finally Lady of Nepal. Now they're racing towards the last 5 furlongs. Art de Vive continues to show the way. Lady Boba moving through on the inside of Look Like We Made It to take second on the crown of the turn. Caravanserai and Lady of Nepal continue to occupy the last 2 positions, but they're both well in touch and they're approaching the final half mile as they prepare to level for home. So in a very steadily run race, Art de Vive continues to lead, a length and a half to Lady Boba. Look Like We Made It pushed along firmly in third. Caravanserai still travelling, Lady of Nepal in rear, making their way well off the inside running rail and inside the final 3 furlongs. Art de Vive with Lady Boba poised to challenge in second. Caravanserai moving into third as Look Like We Made It weakens. Lady of Nepal remains in rear. Into the final quarter of a mile they go. The front 2 now beginning to dominate as Lady Boba takes up the running on the outside of long-time leader Art de Vive. They've accelerated away from Caravanserai in third, and Lady Boba now putting distance between herself and Art de Vive as they race into the final 75 yards. Lady Boba, Art de Vive rallying, but Lady Boba had it covered and beat her readily. Lady Boba, Art de Vive clear of Caravanserai, long gap to Look Like We Made It, and the always behind Lady of Nepal.